Hi, this is Dr. Whiting, and welcome to the second portion of our discussion on how to sell supplements or how to market them in fitness clubs. I want to start out today by talking about how you can introduce your members to our supplements or to your supplements. And really, it's not that difficult. You know, when I talk to a lot of staff members, and I travel all around the country and I do staff training when I'm there, and I talk to these staff members, I find that a great deal of them are a little hesitant or a little concerned about talking about supplements with members. And when I ask them, well, why is that? The biggest reason is that they don't feel comfortable with it. Number one, they don't have enough information. They don't feel like they know what they're talking about. So to a great extent, that's what this series of discussions that you're viewing right now is all about. It's designed to help you and your staff become a bit more comfortable with the concepts, the formulas, the products, and how they're used and who should use them. But one thing I want you to understand, especially a message I want you to get across to your staff members, is that we don't want them to sell dietary supplements to your members and clients. We want them to inform your members so that the members want to buy them on their own. That makes a much stronger sale. It makes for a much stronger relationship than if you're constantly pushing things on people. So we don't want that. We want to show you how you can inform and educate, expose your members to the concepts, to the things that we have available. First of all, I want to talk a little bit about how various other clubs handle these various situations. Now, as I said before, we have clubs selling many thousands of dollars a month in dietary supplements. And your club can do just the same thing. But it's important that you, number one, get your staff up to speed so that they're comfortable and informed, and they in turn are then able to expose, inform, and get your members up to speed. Now, first of all, when I bring in a new member into a club or into one of my clubs, what I do, very first thing I do, is when I'm doing the figure analysis, or I have trained my staff members when they're doing the figure analysis, that's the time that I introduce two things as far as supplements. Number one, I tell them that we have a dietary supplement program available and that it is 1/3 of our trilogy of good health, together with exercise and the right diet. Secondly, I talk to them about the concept of full spectrum nutrition, how the body needs 100+ nutrients every day of its life, and that it is important to take those nutrients in a form or in a delivery system wherein their body can absorb it. And in my clubs, at least, I always stress the importance of using a liquid full spectrum dietary supplement when it comes to the baseline of nutrition, because I don't know a whole lot about those members. I don't know if they have, at this point anyway, when they're new, I don't know if they've got a severe digestive problem, if they've got health challenges that could inhibit their body's ability to digest nutrients. So right up front, I want to introduce them to the concept of full spectrum liquid nutrition. I've always got other backups in our lines if I need them, but I always try to start out at least with the concept of full spectrum nutrition. And I do that right away when I'm doing the figure analysis. The second thing I do during the figure analysis is I have the girls take a look at the health profile. I want to know if the member has arthritis, diabetes, or any other health condition. And obviously, you want to know that too for a variety of reasons. Well, let's just use an example. Let's say that Mary's now going through her figure analysis, first time in, and you find out that Mary has arthritis. And she's got arthritis in her right hip. And maybe that's one of the reasons why she decided to come to your facility, because she's trying to get some mobility and flexibility back in that. Or she's trying to do what she can to make sure that arthritic hip doesn't get any worse. What I have my staff members do is during that initial analysis where we're discussing these health challenges, I have them take those little neon post-it sticky notes, real bright colors, and I have them write arthritis, right hip, with a big Sharpie. And that goes on the inside of their folder. It's stuck right to the inside of the paperwork. Folder's closed. They get their tour, they get their first workout, and we're off and running. At the end of that period of time, 30 days comes around. Now the member is used to the club. It's not a frightening experience anymore. They pretty much know how to use the equipment. Now I'm going to go back for my 30-day follow-up. And when the ladies open that folder, they don't have to read through all of that paperwork to remember key things about that member. All they have to do is look at that neon sticky note and they see arthritis, right hip, and bingo, they're off. So during the 30-day follow-up, they might say, hey, you know, I remember you had some arthritis problems in your right hip. How do you feel the first month here at the club has helped you? Now, it doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter if they say, oh, boy, I feel so much better. I got more energy. You know, I don't think my hip hurts as much. I certainly can, you know, bend over and tie my shoes easier. I've got more flexibility. It doesn't matter if they say, oh, it's worse. In fact, I'm thinking of quitting. It's terrible. It irritates me every day. It's all I have to do to get the nerve to come down here. From this point of view, it doesn't matter which they say, positive or negative. Your immediate response should be, gee, that's great if it's helping you, or, well, if it hasn't helped you yet, we have other things in our program that can accelerate your body's ability to heal itself. Either way, you then expose them to our joint and connective tissue formula. Take them right over to the display, say, here, this was formulated by leading nutritionists and biochemists. It is designed to help you recover faster. It is designed to help your body to heal itself. It contains all the known nutrients and supportive cofactors that science has been able to connect with arthritis and joint and connective tissue problems. We strongly urge that you add this to your program because other members, just like you, who have done so, have had very phenomenal results. Now at this point, you have introduced them to what we call our targeted nutrition programs. And it doesn't matter whether it's arthritis, diabetes, heart disease, fibromyalgia, memory loss, whatever. We have a wide variety of formulas for a great many of your members' biggest concerns. So the concept is, I don't want your staff out there pushing supplements. I want them to inform them, to constantly let them know what's going on, what we have available, everything of that nature. It's important to have a proper display. It's very important. And this is more for owners than it is for staff people. But I've gone into clubs where they've had 4 or 5 bottles of vitamins and a couple of shakes with a dirty towel thrown over half of them, and they're stuck in a corner somewhere. Well, if you don't think they're important, neither will your members. That's the basic key. The supplements have to be a vital, important third leg in our trilogy of good health, and they have to reflect that. That means you have to have a display that's worthy of their value. So you need to find a corner, a shelf, a bookcase, somewhere where you can display your supplements so that members can see them, feel them, and touch them. Remember, we're dealing with women mostly, and they like to touchy-feel. And if they can't access that, if there's that great deal of distance, you're going to have a greater problem. They're just not going to be as interested. Can you imagine if we had department stores where everything was behind glass? Nobody could pick it up and touch it, feel it, hold it up to them. Very little would be sold. And that's just the way consumers are. So it's very important to decide where in your club you're going to put your supplement display. Remember, it's 1/3 of the trilogy of good health, so let's keep it important.